So, okay. Pero wait,
Wow.
but when I eat like the parent food, it was before, but it was not. Chloe, hello po, sabi ni Chloe. Si Chloe, kumusta? Galing namin yan sa SM kanina. Galing namin kanina sa SM. Salamat, salamat sa tamtak. Hello, sis Rachel, kumusta sis? Long time no see. Ano ba sis? Bumatay sis Glory. Ano ba sis eh? First is ay sabi ni Bibs Dog, hello. Bibs Dog, hello. Sabi ni Chloe Nicole. Hello, Ate Chloe, sabi ni Bibs Dog. Yan guys, ready na kayo bukas? Ready na ba kayo bukas? Hindi ko mali yung mga voices.
Sape, sana si Sape. Hello po, Ate Chloe. Hello po. Shoutout po sa iyo, Ate Chloe. And Bibis Vlog, hello po. Pasok na kayo. Ate Chloe, pasok ka na. Ate Chloe, hili ka na. Yes, bakit di malinaw sa iyo, Wensa Dreamer? Rachel 91 Vlogs, hello po. At tulog pa si Chloe. Ikaw na lang, Mami. Pasok ka na, Mami. Wait lang ah. Saan sila? Nawala na?
Yan, mukha ng ano, ang pasak. Ito yan, ano. Kaya, sige, paprang kami.
Hindi, di kita naririnig. Yan.
Shift na. Tayo na live na.
Mahina na ko, ha. Choppy ka, choppy. Choppy. Kung hindi rin lang ikaw ang dahilan, pipilitin ba na choppy. Choppy ka, choppy, 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 choppy.
How good there. Oo, sis, ano,
Uy, masakit sa tenga naman. Sape, pasok.
oh, okay na? Okay na? Okay na daw?
Choppy pa, choppy, naka-stay yung mukha mo. Dito, syempre.
Okay na? Ayan daw? Okay na daw?
Hindi, choppy. Choppy naman, choppy. Hindi kaya, ano, Sape, pasok, sape, pasok ka na.
When you can come in, okay? Come on. You just have to reply on your phone.
Pasok. Ano po sabi ni Mami Rosa, Mami Rosa, sabi kasi ay pumayag sa sabi, Madam Rosa, pasok, sabi sabi. Saan kaya yun nakasok? May na YC na, may na YC. Oo nga eh, bakit loading kasi lagi eh. Hello, Mary and Darlie. Hello, shoutout po sa inyo dyan. Hello, hello there, guys. Hello sa'yo lahat yan. Sa'yo. Hello sa'yo. Hello sa kanila. Sila. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello na ako dito. Martin, sino yung sa gilid? Tropa ko yan, tropa ko. Akala mo mga gaya mo ko, ha?
Yeah, at least come on.
It's don't install it, just said it's installed. You have to wait for a second. There we go, see?
Oh, ba't wala kayong video? Ano ba yan, oh?
Wait lang.
Ay ba, may echo, babae, boses. Ay, okay lang yan. Baka ikaw yung sapi ko yun. May sapi ka na naman, ha?
Okay, wait lang, don't wait lang.
When?
Bilisan nyo. Nanantok na ako, hi!
It's still not
It says
working
remove.
camera.
Yeah, but it should be now because that's off and it's
Ba't wala si Cloud mo daw?
Umuwi muna.
you should put that. You should before we.
Nasaan na po si Mami Roberta, ang DJ natin? Oh, yo. Hello, wait lang, beshi, sabi ni Mami Roberta, yes. O Valentin, mag-guitar ka na lang dyan. Anong gusto mong guitar? Sige, gitara mo na ako habang matagal naman yung anos natin. Ano ba yan?
Yes. Ngayon daw okay na? Maybe open the Bluetooth and everything.
Sabi, pumasok ka dito kasi kanta tayo. Gusto mo, pasok ka sabi, pasok ka na.
Yan, narinig. Okay na?
Okay na yan.
Oh, laptop ni Rob ang gamit ko.
Yeah.
Pasok na.
It's your laptop.
Yes. You have to open the Bluetooth so I can...
The whole time it might have just been in your laptop. The whole time.
Malinaw na po from Ate Chloe.
Thank you!
Bayan na ako, pasok ngayon na. Sabi ngayon na.
Wow. Now discoverable. Good. That's it. Go.
Still can't.
So it's setting up. You have to wait for it. The device is ready. Okay, you need to go
I
to.
can't hear nothing.
Yeah, because you try and speak now, so it happens.
So what happened from my laptop?
What's your mic? This one here, right?
Okay, hear nothing.
Link please, oh. Where's Adrian? Link daw, sabi ni Mami Roberta. Yung link, pasa mo na. Papasok na siya.
I can't hear nothing.
When's the dreamer? Asa na yung link? Ipasa mo na. Nag-aantay na sila.
Hmm.
Di ata ako naririnig.
Hmm. But I can't hear. I'm talking, but I can't hear them.
When's the dreamer? Asa na yung link? Ipasa mo na.
Of course,
Nag-aantay
go
na
to me
sila.
because I'm playing a video. I can just close this.
Di ata ako narinig ah.
I can close, it's still working from there. No. Yeah, the upper one, yeah, that one, and then the other one. Yes, okay now. Can you loud it? Yes.
Link daw, link.
Link, wait lang dong.
2 a.m. na here. 2 a.m. na doon kay Mami Roberta. Ayan, matutulog na siya.
Ngayon,
Where's the dreamer? Asa na yung link? Ipasa mo na. Nag-aantay na sila. Zape, pasok ka na.
I need to click the
Tulugan na, sabi ni Mami Roberta. Yes lang po ako, sis. Merienda po tayo sa Ate Chloe. Where's the dreamer? Bilisan mo naman. Matutulog na ang ating Ma'am Sheena.
Ayan na, ayan na.
Roberta.
Click mo na. Nandyan na.
Ayan na, Mami Roberta. Ayan na po. Papanig ka ng kanta nyo ni Dean. Anong kanta? Wala naman dito ah.
Wala si Dean.
May kanta kami sa ano namin. Hindi, meron kami sa YouTube.
Sa video nila, may original song po sila.
Yes, meron kami doon. Pakinggan mo, di mo pa marinig yun. Loko ka talaga.
Original song po nila at Ate Roberta. Composer by Val W.
May composer ako doon, tingnan mo.
May kinompose siya doon.
Yes, meron kinompose doon, tingnan mo. Wala si Dean dito, nasa bahay nila. Umuwi kanina, di ba? Hinatid ko siya. Ano ba yan? Ang gulo mo ah.
What's wrong with my laptop? Yeah, I know. But I'm trying to ask what's wrong with my laptop. I don't know. Since I'm here in Philippines, I don't know. Since I go back from Philippines, it happens like that. But before, I never had problem like that. It's always been nice. Nice signal.
Sunod yung pinanood ko na playlist di ko na panood. Yan kaya sabi ko sa'yo, panoorin mo dyan, nandyan lang yan. Compose namin yun.
Andyan na yung link dong.
Yes, Mami Roberta. Yan yung link, Mami Roberta. Tulog na si Mami.
Tulog na siya. Dapat i-open lang ni Ate
Mami
Roberta.
Roberta, nandyan na yung link. Hinahanap mo kanina. Ikaw naman nawala. Bumalik ka na.
Open na sila. Wala na sila. Si Zape, bakit ayaw mo kasi pumasok? Ayaw pumasok ng Zape.
Yes. Sape, pumasok ka na. Sape, may sape ka na naman.
May sapi na naman siya. Ayan na, si Mami, si Ate Roberta. Ayan na, si DJ Roberta.
Hindi ko nakita.
Si DJ.
Ha, ang kulit ni Tin. Ayan si
Ayan
Mami
na si DJ.
Roberta. Ayan si Jay. Ayan na ang ating DJ.
Hinalikan na nga kita eh.
Ito na ang ating DJ.
Kinikiss na nga kita, ano ba?
Sample dyan. Sample.
Ang ganda naman ng boses ni Ate.
Wala man akong kiss.
Hmm.
Diba?
Saan mo banda?
Ayun, yan. Ay, yung girlfriend mo magagalit.
Late yung camera.
Late. Layo
ganyan.
kasi.
Malayo ba? Pag ganun ba?
Ayun, talk na ako.
Nantok ka na?
Mm-mm.
Ilang oras yung live nyo doon? Ay, yung nyo sa radyo kanina.
2 hours lang naman yun.
Hello po, DJ Roberta from Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. Hindi ako
Ayan na.
masyadong
Ayan ang ating DJ. Pakantayin natin ating DJ. Sample. Mami Roberta, mag-sample ka naman dyan kahit isang kanta para lang sa amin.
Naka-on kasi.
Parang awa mo na.
Live pala yun. I'm sorry, narinig yata yung pag-curse ko. Hi, Chloe Nicole Navarro. Natutulog na kasi si tita. Baka mamaya biglang bumaba. Jump.
Ay, yari ka kay tita. Tita, jumbagin mo na siya.
Oo. May pasok.
Ang ganda po ng boses niyo, Ate Roberta.
Thank you so much.
Oo nga, DJ na DJ.
Akin ka na lang.
Yes, akin ka na lang.
Akin ka na lang.
Yeah.
Bain ako dito. Ako, late na kasi. Chloe Nicole Navarro, hello sa iyo. Thank you so much. Maganda ba voice ko talaga? Yung totoo.
Yes, maganda Ate Roberta. Gagawa na kita ng kanta eh.
Ano? Ang song sa akin. Di ba tayo Wens? Yellow.
Oh, nasa backstage daw si Wens. Nasa backstage daw si din cafe.
Ayan na, sorry naman. Nagtatago ka kasi
Chloe Nicole, pinapasyalan na kita.
Mami Roberta, pag-uwi mo, collab tayo ha. Sabi mo yan ha.
Ano yun?
Pag-uwi mo, October, collab tayo lahat ha.
Sure. Gusto ko bubuhatin mo ako sa Luneta Park. Yung parang
Sure,
magkikita
yes.
tayo. Yung
Yes.
tipong
Yung parang
sabik kang ano.
Oh, tapos
yung parang lovers tayo.
bubuhatin mo ako ha.
Oo. Ako pa bubuhat talaga. Diyos ko Lord.
Ay, hindi. Dapat gagawa tayo ng yung LDR dun sa sa airport.
Oo nga, para mag-trending tayo.
Para mag-trending kayo.
Ako baka magalit yung jowa mo sa akin.
Hindi, mabait si Clau. Giuseppe, pasok ka na kasi. Huwag ka na magtago dyan.
Ang title ng collab natin, My Jowa's Lover. Di ba may husband's lover, may ganun. Oo.
Yes.
Oo.
Ay, kasi kung magiging the killer bride naman, ang tsaka nun.
Kulit sabi. Ate Chloe, pasok ka na rito, Ate Chloe. Asan na si Jinzape? Jinzape, camera mo wala? Nawala naman si Jinzape, nagtampo na naman.
Chloe, pasok na, Chloe.
Chloe, pasok na. Pasok mga Chloe. Present day
Yes, shout out here.
Sorry.
Hello, Rodel Villasino. Pasok ka na, Rodel. Ika na, Rodel. Yan si Rodel.
Oh my God, Rodel. Shinout out kita
Ma'am,
doon sa ano.
yes,
Napanood mo
mami.
na ba?
Mami, Roberta, hinanap ka ni Jun kanina.
Sino June Mananghaya?
Yes.
Sabi mo sa kanya naka-move on na ako.
Nasa work ko si Rodel. Sige, Rodel. Sige. Work ka muna dyan. Nasa office
Pumunta ka
ko
ng
dyan.
CR, Rodel.
CR.
Punta ka ng washroom. Magkulong
Yes,
ka
CR
doon.
muna yan, Rodel.
Ako 2019, shout out to all. At sa inyong mga host, sabi ni OFW.
Hello,
Ako,
OFW.
2019.
Rodel, panoorin mo yung kaka-upload ko lang video. Shinout out kita. Sabay
Yes,
may
Rodel.
kiss.
Yes. Del, panoorin mo yung upload ni Mami Roberta. May shout out tayo sa niya, sa DJ niya. Siya nag-DJ.
Yes, ano natin yun.
Sino yung girl na naka-red? Ay, si Chinzapi pala yun.
Yes, that is Jin Sapel.
Ba't di ka magpalit ng Val, ng color green para mukha na tayong stoplight? Diba?
Para abang wala pa.
Oo nga, no? Tama nga, no?
Ito na, Rodel.
Ano, Rodel?
Rodel, pasok. Rodel, pasok.
Del, pasukan mo na yan, Del. Baka pasukan parang iba yan. Kumakain ng
Rodel,
saging,
pasukan mo ko. Dali.
Alam, di pa pala ako kay Ate
Hello,
Roberta.
OFW ko,
Ayan.
2019. Akyat ka, please. Kilala ko yan si OFW.
Yes.
Mabait yan.
OFW 2019. Hello, maraming salamat nandito ka. Yes, mabait talaga yung si OFW 2019. Thank you, OFW 2019. Thank you very much. Pumasok ka dito. Sige na, parang ako muna. Mag-study ka dito.
OFW.
Kasi guys, guys.
OFW ako 2019. Na-shoutout kita sa unang video ko. Nandoon naka-upload.
Wow,
Shoutout
Kaya panonoorin ko
ng
na
mga
siya.
fellow
Yung dati kumakain ng
YouTubers.
ng saging.
Panonoorin ko siya, Ate Roberta.
Ano, Rodel? Hindi ka magsi-CR dyan. Bala ka dyan. Break na tayo.
Nalunok mo yung saging.
Ako nga 2 AM na dito eh.
Kanta tayo. Ano? Tigil.
Anong gusto mong kanta?
Saging na song.
Saging.
Namunok ka daw ng saging ni Jape.
Yes, lumunok siya ng saging ngayon, no? Ang bis kumain ng saging.
Grabe ka.
Talaga.
Yung sabi, ba't may loyal na?
Sino yun? Hindi ko makita yung...
Sabi ni OFW 2019.
Dito lang.
Ayan, oo. Yung shoutout number 1, nandun ka, OFW, ako, 2019. Siyempre, first love kita, di ba? Kaya nandun ka sa unang-una na video.
Banana Q, Mama Roberta.
Ay, salamat sa shout out.
Ay,
Sikat na tayo. Na-shout out na tayo dun.
Hindi ko nga na-shoutout si Chinzapi yata eh.
Sandali na lang. Kumakain pa ako.
Hindi ka pa kumakain. Ayoko na kumain.
Malaki kasi yung saging.
Jinzape, mahilig sa saging. Hinahanap si Rodel. Nandyan lang naman siya. Yes, Rodel. Ba't ko pa gitara? Yes, Rodel. Yes, ako po.
Dali. Mag-gitara ka dyan. Tutuloy ko yung lyrics.
Sige. Gawa tayo ng boboda ng
Saging.
Sige, saging.
Ipagkita mo yung gitara mo kay Rodel.
Delo. 1, 2, 3, go. Jinzape, mahilig sa saging. Kakainin na lang ang bibig parating. Tuloy mo, Mami Roberta. Dugtungan nga tayo. Dugtungan eh.
Dali. Ako mag-gitara ka dyan. Dali.
Sige.
Yun pala ay saging ni Rodel. Senyorita, pero masustansya. Ang saging ni Rodel.
Saging ni Rodel.
Ang saging ni Rodel.
Saging ni Rodel.
Biglang nalungkot si Zape. Dahil ang saging ni Rodel kailangan pang balatan.
Saging ni Rodel. Siya ang pauso sa saging. Saging ni Rodel ang kailangan ni Jean Sape.
Ang saging ni Rodel. Pumunta ka na sa CR, please, Rodel. Nang makapasok ka sa live stream. Kakaloka.
Isipan mo na yan, Rodel.
Kaya nga, Rodel,
Nang
nagpapalit ako para
makita
sa
na
iyo.
yung saging mo.
OFW ako 2019. Akyat ka, please. May link dyan. Join ka, dali.
Visit kayo, sabi ni Rodel.
Ayun o. Ano?
OFW ako
OFW.
2019.
Pasok
Akyat
na.
ka dyan.
Ayan.
Pasok, dali. Isa niyo yung link.
Yes, pasok na, pasok
Ayan
na.
na po, ayan na. Nandyan na
Ayan
tayo.
na, ayan na ang link.
OFW 2019, pasukan mo na yan ang ating hingos dyan. Pili ka
Dahil-
lang sa tatlo na sariwa dyan.
Naka-move on na si Chinsape dahil ang saging ni Rodel ay babalatan ba? Ang saging ni Rodel may balat.
Sabi ni Rodel.
Ang saging ni Rodel.
May pala.
May balat.
May balat. May balat.
Bala ka dyan, Rodel. Break na tayo. Ay, live na live to. Bala ka dyan.
Oo nga. Diyan, pasok ka. Dugtungan nga tayo. Dugtungan nga tayo eh.
Hello, Fun Yufe Vlog
Ayan, sabi,
2019.
may kasama tayo. Ayan. Shout out kay Princess.
Puki Bautista.
Hello mga sisi, mga bro.
Ayan, Funny Yufe Vlog. How are you? Kamusta?
Nabalatan na sa
Sa
saging ko.
inyo.
Mahilig ka rin ba sa saging?
Selfie.
Wala pang saging. Pinya lang, pinya.
Allergic ako sa pinya.
Delikado
Malayo.
yung pinya.
Parang malayo pa sa bundok ako magkasaging. Oy. Kayo may saging na kayo? May mga saging na kayo, mga sister?
Yes, kakakain lang ni Hinsape.
Meron lang.
Meron na kayo? Ikaw bro, meron na rin?
Sa akin, may saging ako, may saging. Marami ng saging.
Shout out sa iyo. Shout out sa lahat. Sabi ni Jetty.
May saging ka na pala bro.
Chatty Chats Music Addict. Hello.
Bro, ang cute naman nasa likod mo. Ano yan? Bakit girlas?
Ano kasi kumot ni girlfriend, kumot.
Mahilig din siya sa saging.
Sino yung...
Papatukin tayo si Boki.
Bro din ba yung isa? O si Roberta Alberta Vlog?
Yes,
Hello?
Ma'am Shi.
Mamshi.
Yes.
Ako po si Michael Cinco.
Loyal. Hello sa iyo. Vince, ma'am. Hello, host.
Yes, Del Ligero, shout out for you.
Hi, Roberta Alberta Vlog.
Hindi pala
Love
nakikita
kita.
yan. Hindi pala
Sino
nakikita
nagsabi
eh.
niya? Wait lang.
Hindi pala. Funny. Hindi pala nakikita yung mga no? Roberta Alberta Vlog. Hello sa iyo
Bakit
po.
lumayas na naman si Jesus eh?
Chatty Chats Music Addict. I love you too. Rich Deligero. Hello sa iyo.
Yan, tumatak si Boss.
Ganda. Ang ganda naman ng voice ni Roberta. Ang
Ayan na naman
lamig.
si Buki.
Ang
Papasok
ating,
tapos na
siya
walang
ang ating, ano,
camera.
siya ang ating DJ.
Chatty
Buki, pasok ka
Chats,
na.
music, ate, uunahan na kitang bigyan ng lipstick. Ha, pakibalik pag di mo nagustuhan yung kulay ng lipstick.
Ayaw daw sa ano ninyo, OFW 2019, guys. Ano
Ano gamit?
OFW?
Ano gamit?
I love this. Chatty Chats is all lyrics and
Sisi,
not
di ba?
singing.
Sisi, gamit niya.
Saan ka, no? Punya sa vlog? Saan ka?
Nasaan ka?
Nasa Japan ako, sis.
Wow, Japan.
Oh, wow. Pero sa lahat, sabi ni
Pangarap kong pumunta
Chloe
siya.
Nicole nag-viral. Oh, yes.
Mamaling, halin.
After
Parang,
2019, hi, Kia.
Ano bang lyrics ang gusto ko dito, Chatty
para
Chats?
makita nyo, maraming saging
Tattooed
dito.
on my heart.
Oh, saging. Mami na ba ito? Mami saging doon. iPhone do kaya ano, OFW 2019, Wens. Pwede naman yun, di ba?
Ano?
At di daw makapasok si OFW 2019 sa atin.
Chatty Chats, ayan na ha. Kumakanta na ako.
Hello po, Boki. Kumusta po?
Mami Roberta, ikaw at ako daw, kantay ni Boki. Okay, kantay
daw?
ni Boki.
Hello, Boogie Bautista.
Si Buki, tingin ko ex ko yan eh. Kaya ayaw magpakita.
Hindi na pakita sa kanina.
Ayan,
Hindi ka
dyan
pa
na
ba?
siya.
Hindi ka pa ba nakaka-move on sa akin, Buki? My God, it's been 10 years.
Sindape, asan nga na Sindape, buhay ka na naman.
Kumakain ng saging.
Yes, thumbs up naman tayo yan, guys. Thank you.
Paano ba ako mag-like dito?
Hindi ka pwede mag-like yan kasi naka-join.
Oo nga.
Ay, ganon. So, mag-out ako.
Huwag ka na mag-out, ayaw mo na.
Mamaya ka na lang ano. Kahit mamaya ka na mag-up.
Ah, okay.
Si Boki naman, si Boki, magpakita
Hindi
ka,
ko makita
Boki.
eh.
Mamaya utol, mamaya.
Mamaya daw, mamaya.
Ano mamaya? Hindi ka pa ba ano? Ano ba nangyayari sa'yo dyan? Baka nanimigas ka na dyan.
Gusto niyo ba ipakita ko sa inyo kung anong meron dito?
Ganda ng
Of
boses niya, ano?
course!
Wait
Roberta. Malamig.
Sobrang na-miss na kita, Buki.
Hulhol.
Chatty Chats, babae ka ba o lalaki?
Here, ha. Sabihin mo.
Host, wag ka rin
Hindi,
mag-isa
papasok
ako
na kasi.
ng 2019. Host daw.
Sabay kanina.
Ano po?
Rich Deligero, Akyan. OFW, saan ka na?
Hindi ako nangingisda.
Di ba makapasok si OFW kasi iPhone daw, guys? Paano kaya yun?
Good morning to you sa mga host at sa lahat. Shout out
Ako
sa
rin,
lahat.
iPhone naman
Rose,
eh.
sali ka.
Oo nga,
Ayan,
OFW,
si
i-click mo lang yung ano dyan, yung link po.
I-click mo lang yung link, tapos open ka ng Safari, tapos paste.
Yes.
Ayan na siya. Please, Rose, sali ka.
Yayamanin. Puro iPhone.
Lalaki
Wow,
ka,
ayan.
Chatty Chats, music. Akit ka please, gusto kitang makita. Para
Yan.
makamove on na ako kay Buki.
Yes, Jati Jags. Pasok ka, Jati Jags. Ano, andyan yung link,
Pasok
guys.
ka please.
Ah, may chat. May nakalagay. Haha, Bookie Bautista. Dami tao kasi sa office.
Punyo Veps.
Bookie
Ang
Bautista.
ganda naman dyan.
Hello?
Ang ganda naman
Hello
dyan.
po? Ano po?
Ang ganda po dyan. Dyan muna ako, dito ka muna sa amin.
Ang daming
Ano po?
message sa video.
Dyan muna ako, dito ka muna sa amin.
Jackie Jets Music. Shout out daw sa'yo. Shout out kay Jackie Jets Music.
Pakita ka
Artist.
muna,
Yes.
Chatty Chats, music.
Yes, Jati Jags Music.
Oo, maganda ng mga ano
Siya
yan,
shout
mga
out
music
pa kita
niya.
sa radio station.
Hello,
Next
mga
Monday.
love dyan. Shout out sa inyo. Hindi ko naman makita yung mga...
Oo.
Paano ko
Okay
makita?
lang.
Kailangan mo
Okay,
ng
sis,
extra.
kikita ka dito.
Kailangan mo ng extra na gadget para magbasa ng
Ah, ganon.
yes. Ako din dalawa.
May bago kayong
So gamit ko yung
kasama.
phone ko, tapos gamit ko yung tablet.
Yes, may
para
bako tayong
mabasa
kasama,
din.
guys.
Ah, okay.
Ay,
Nasa
yung
labas
comments.
kasi ako. Pag nasa bahay ako, may tablet ako.
Yes, Beshi.
Nandito
ganun.
kasi ako sa...
Sapi, pumasok na sapi.
Di ba may
Sasabi
daiso,
lang
may
dyan.
daiso sa Pilipinas, di ba?
Medyo nakasama
Ayan,
kasi
no?
si Robert.
Rich
Di ba may
Deligero.
daiso sa Pilipinas?
How are you?
Napesa kasi Rodel. Pwede maging si ano, si...
Ay! Del, di ako kumakanta, Del. Di ako kumakanta eh. Si ano
Buki
kumakanta
ano?
Mami Roberta.
Tsaka na lang sa dilim palagi.
Tagi.
Yeah.
Nagpupuwit ako para sa'yo, ha?
Oo nga.
Si
Tapos
Rodel
ikaw
saka
na
si
magpakita.
Zimbate magiging aldab. Sila po
Yes,
po
Rodel,
ang
ayoko.
mag-aldab.
Val, sabi ni Rodel.
Ay,
Si
can you
Val,
make it
malaki
simple?
saging yan. Totoo ba yan?
Princess.
Bakit nakita na kayo? Ano, nag-video call kayong
Because if
dalawa?
I'm going there, and then...
Kaya alam mo malaki,
Nakita
di
natin
ba?
ni Rodel, nakita mo na. Shout out sa ating ko pa kaibigan dito sabi niyo.
Even ang African happy.
Ano po?
Samin Alex. Shout out
Hello,
sa lahat.
Sam
Sabi
and
ni Sam
Alex.
Alex. Hello,
Ikaw.
Sam and Alex. Guys, mag-join na kayo. Sino ba gusto mag-join dyan? Click nyo yung link dyan, guys.
Executive Grow, IG,
Yes.
Gold. Jen Zapero, baka naman. Anong baka naman?
Yung baka. Alam mo yun?
Anong
Yung baka daw, baka may laman.
Anong baka naman?
Shout out kay OFW.
Okay,
2019
anong baka
Yung mga
naman?
hindi niya pa nadidikitan.
Ate,
Robert, hindi ko
kumusta? Hi sa'yo. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Screenshot.
Buki, ano nang gagawin
Hindi
mo,
ako
Buki?
kilala.
Rich Deligero.
Hello sa'yo, Bogi.
Shout out lahat ng 11,000 viewers na rin dyan.
Ay, si Rich Deligero, babae pala. Akala ko lalaki. MG, ang sexy mo, Beshi. Nakakaloka.
Salamat, Rosemary. Salamat.
You're so beautiful and sexy, Rich. Ito na ako, Rich Deligero.
Nakakatawa to si Roberta eh.
Diba? Oh.
Inugat na ko. Inugat na. Inugat na daw ako. Inugat na ako dito.
Tingin ko
Bakit
talaga
ka
mahilig din.
inugat?
Tingin ko may mahilig si Rich Deligero sa saging din. Katulad ni
Bakit siya
Jean
inugat?
Sapi.
Papaalisin mo yung audio forward to data. Diyos Mayo Marimar. Asan si Pagoso?
Hi, Rosemary.
Pagoso.
Alex.
Akit daw si Jayan.
Sige, akit na kayo. Gusto lang ba tayo ng isa?
Hindi ko pa nakikita. Pinapanood ko pa si Rich Deligero. Mahilig ka magdilig, Rich. Lalaki ba yung aakyat? Kung lalaki yan, okay, go.
O sige, baka may papasok. Labas ako doon ako magtitingin sa mga ano, sa mga chat. Okay.
Pasok na. Sa mga papasok dyan, pasukan nyo na.
Enjoy your breakfast, Rich.
Diyos mio, namuti na yung mata ko. Kanina pa ako nag-aantay sa backstage. Ayaw niyo ako papasukin.
Or at least, di ba
Sabi
na?
kayo na sabi,
Nagsaging ka
pasok
muna
ko.
doon.
Ayaw ko pag-booking.
Buki, ano ba? Ganyan ka na lang, Buki.
Si Boki, bakit ay magpakita na nga kanina eh.
Oo nga, Buki. Pakita mo na yung Buki. Pakita mo na yung Buki mo yun na yan.
Shout out po sa mga narito, sabi ni Punya sa vlog. Yan.
Shout out sa 11,000 viewers natin dyan. Thank you sa inyo lahat dyan. Sa mga hindi nyo pa kaibigan dyan, punta nyo na po. Ay!
Dapat isa lang yung magsa-shout out eh.
Shout out po kay Punyo Bebla. Shout out po sa'yo. Anyways, Deligero, shout out po sa'yo. And Boki Bobby and OFW ako. Shout out po sa'yo. And Ate Chloe Nicole, shout out po sa'yo. And si Zape Masusumon.
Bakit ka nagtatago?
And
Asan si Buki?
Jasmine, shout out po sa'yo. And Odell Villasina, shout out po.
Ay, ano yan?
Shout out po.
Buki, nasaan ka ba?
Nasa likod ng camera.
Nasaan ba si Buki? Nasa school?
Ayun siya, yung
Sa
ano,
puso mo daw, madam.
Bakit? Nasaan pa siya?
nasa puso mo daw.
Nasa puson ko?
Daw.
Dahil until what time ka dito? Until what time ka? Hanggang magsawa si si Wen. Rodel.
Hanggang sa magsawa kami lahat. Antayin ka namin, Rodel.
Ay nako, 2:33 na ng madaling araw dito.
Matutulog na si Mami Roberta, matutulog na.
Chatty Chats
Sige po.
Music, I hope to see you someday. Salamat.
Sige po, maraming salamat po. Ano, Mami Roberta pala. Bukas,
Ba't ang dilim sa'yo, Jinzape? Madilim sa'yo.
Chatty Chats Music, kung manonood ka yung bag grade ko, please. Kasi matatawa ka doon. Yung iba boring yung mga video.
Yan. Diyan ka sa labas, Sape.
Si Puki, nasan ba yan? Nasa Pilipinas? Wens, nasilaw naman ako dyan sa dede mo, dumapit sa camera. Sakit sa mata. Charot. si Buki Bautista, nasan ba yan? Nasa Pinas?
Ewan ko saan si Buki. Nasa ibang bansa di ata si Buki.
Buki, nasan ka? Sumagot ka, Buki. Tingnan mo ang aking
Nasa magulong lugar yan si Boki.
Rich Deligero.
Jinzape, nawala ka na naman.
Dito.
nagtatago si Jinzape, loyal yan, loyal.
Rich Deligero, kung manonood ka ng video ko yung bag rate para I'm sure matatawa ka. Thank you so
Rich,
much.
Deligero, pasok ka dito, Rich. Pasok ka,
Akit ka
Rich.
dali. Akit ka, Rich.
Sige na, akit ka na, Rich. Sige na, ka na dito, Rich. Sige na
Pala
mahinga,
yan
ha?
si Boki.
Ayan o, pasok.
Si Buki, ba't anong pakita?
Rich, ayan na yung link, Rich. Ayan na yung link. Pasok ka na dito, Rich. Halika na po.
Deligero, pasok ka na.
Sabi, wala yung camera mo, Sabi. Natatago ka na naman. Nasapian ka naman dyan, ha?
Click mo lang yung link.
Sige po, film nyo, vlog. Sige po, ingat ka po. Sige po, dito pa kami noon.
Bye, Fanny, you fair vlog.
Ang dilim ni Sapi, ang dilim si Sapi.
Kumakain din sa ano. Tingin ko
Rich, halika na,
magkasama
Rich.
si
Pasok
Sabi.
kayo. Ayan na, Rich. Ayan na yun. Pasok ka na.
Ako na natata. Ano to? Chloe Nicole pa. Wait. Means no worry.
Roberta, mamaya ako, sabi ni Rich.
Ano daw?
Mamaya daw siya, mamaya.
Nahihiya? Ano sabi? Wait lang, pinapanood ko kasi si Chloe. Chloe Nicole Navarro.
Nantok ng si Sapi. Ano, wala na naman si Sapi. No, Sapi, nawala ka na naman.
Ayan, may bagong pasok.
Sino?
Grassy Dow? Mami, tinatawanan ka ni Boki.
Grassy Gao, hello. Shout out pa sa iyo. Grassy Gao, you want to join her? Please,
Buki, makit ka.
click the link below. Sapi, pasok ka na Sapi. Ano ba yung sasapian ka na naman dyan?
Hi, Grassy Cow. Rich Deligero, akit ka na. Pabalik sa bahay mo, Mama Roberta. No problem, Rich Deligero. Okay lang yan. Grassy Cow, hello
Yes,
sa'yo.
boss ang good, no? Umot mo
Oo nga,
girlfriend yan.
ang ingay-ingay ni ano.
Kaya nga, walang video, walang camera, tapos hindi naka-mute. Ano ba naman yan?
Huwag mo na sundin, Jane Sapi. Dito na siya mamaya. Punta ka dito. Bisan mo na. Senyorita po, sabi ni Rich Deligero. Halika na, pasok ka na, Rich. Halika na po dito.
Buki
Ang
kasi,
cute ng
i-mute mo
background
na
mo,
lang yung
Val.
mic. I-mute mo na
Opo,
lang yung mic mo,
na-mute ko na po.
Buki.
Ako
Tapos,
na
i-on mo yung
nag-mute.
camera. I-on mo yung camera mo, Buki.
Kaya nga.
Ganun. Diyos ko.
Yes, Boki, come on, Boki, come on.
Sayang yung
Okay na, come on,
kapugian.
Boki, let's rock it. Boki,
Diba?
Boki.
Ang ganda daw ng background mo, Dean Hartstein. Sabi
Yes.
ni Boki.
Baklang
Gusto
Hello
din ni Boki
Kitty.
yan, yung Hello Kitty na yan.
Jati Jats, nasa Canada ako ngayon, kaya
Ay, wala
2:38
kang
a.m. na.
Hello, but wala bang kami yung cellphone mo, Rich? Meron yan, ka na dito.
Rich, sige na. Grassy Gao, are you a boy or a girl? Sakit ang ulo ko na.
Antok na si Mami Roberta. Mami Roberta, matutulog ka na?
Oo. Maya-maya. Tagal kasi ni Rodel eh. Natay ko si Rodel tsaka si Boki.
Tulog na, sabi niyo, OFW ako 2019. Sana umakot si OFW 2019.
Kaya nga eh. OFW akit ka.
Sige na, akot ka na.
Boki, magpakita ka naman, please. Ako ang nanay mo. Anak, magpakita ka na. Huwag matigas ang
Mga Boki, open mo lang yung cellphone mo. Open mo lang.
Pakita ng video pa yan.
Saan ka ngayon, Grassy Gao? Saan ka ngayon? Dito sa Pinas, 4:40 p.m. na. Ikaw dyan. Saan ka ba?
Oh, sabi ni Rich Deligero, gwapo daw si Boki.
Nagpakita na sa kanina eh. Di mo nakita yung mukha niya
Ayun
kanina?
na. Patingin nga. Nasaan ka ba?
Pinakita niya lang yung watch niya.
Nakakainis.
Pero kanina yung mukha.
Tape,
Ano
pasok.
ba yan?
Yung mukha kanina pinakita niya.
Boki, huwag mo tapat sa kanila yung camera sa mukha mo, please. Thank you. Anong pagkain, Grassy Cow? Chloe Nicole Navarro. Madam Roberta, salamat po. Maya po pa. Maya po.
Queensland,
Palitan ka ng
Australia
double
po.
lipstick.
Nasa Australia
Carrie
pala si Grassy Gao,
Bells.
guys.
At mag 3 a.m. na rito, Chloe. Thank you so much. Richard Puki. Itapat mo na yung camera siya.
Oh, wait ka namin, Robert. Rodel?
Hindi. Tutulog ako na sa Rodel. Tagal-tagal.
May papakilala ko sa inyo maya. O sige, Boki. Antayin namin yan.
Isa naman to. Paasa na naman to eh. Hindi ka na naawa sa akin. 2:41 a.m. na dito, no? Hindi ako nagbibiro. Ayun, no, 2:41 a.m. Oh.
Wapo, seryoso.
Kaya, maawa ka na, Buki. Magpakita ka na, please.
Co-worker ko.
Gwapo pa yan. Anong size ng paa niyan, Rodel? Gwapo daw si Buki. Ba't ayaw magpakita sa ano? $5:30. May ano oras na? 3, 4, 5. Sa mga ano na lang?
Isang oras pa.
Isang oras pa? My God. Pwede bang umidip muna ako?
Wandering veteran, come here.
Yeah, Wandering Veteran, how are you? You can come up.
Come out.
You can join the LS, and then I'll introduce you to the world.
Sorry?
Ay, naku, Rodel. Ang tagal-tagal may natok na ako.
Narin ha.
Buki Bautista, ikaw ang gusto ko makita. Rich Deligero. Rich Deligero, sino sa tingin mong gwapo? Si Buki o si Rodel?
Wandering Veteran! Join us, Wandering Veteran. Come here now.
You can join us now. Come.
Wandering veteran, come here now. Let's go, come here now. Papa-English na naman si si Mami Roberta.
Magigising na, di ba, Mami Robert?
Tape, pasok tape. 3 minutes. 3 minutes daw.
Sino 3 minutes?
3 minutes daw, bago siya pumasok. Siya wandering.
Okay, timer starts now.
Sape, pasok ka na. Sige po, OFW ako.
Thank
Mami,
you,
salamat po.
OFW ako.
Bless.
I love you. Ingat-ingat ka dyan, OFW ako. Helping you to carry on. Okay. Ay, si Papa, baka na-message na.
Tama ba?
Sa ilalim ng buwan.
Sape, wala pa sa sape.
Thanks, Kylie. My Bluetooth is any pieces.
Nantok na si Mami Roberta. Mami Roberta, tulog ka na?
Parang tagaliro din eh.
Mamayang gabi pa daw siya eh.
Kaya nga eh. 1 oras pa yata.
Gracie Gao, hi Diners team, forever dito eh. Maraming salamat po, Ate Gracie Gao. Thank you. Nasa Australia pala si Ate Gracie Gao.
Australia.
Hi, Florida Bertra from Gracie Gao.
Nagpakita kasi siya kanina, kaso busy si Ma'am Shi kanina. Nag-hi siya. Opo.
Talaga? Nakita yung mukha?
Opo, lahat. Kita nakaupo siya.
Parang siya
Opo, nag-hello siya sa atin.
Siguro tinimingan niya talaga hindi ako nakatingin.
Siguro nga.
Hi din kay Wen, sabi ni Gracie Gao, yes.
Hello, Gracie Gao.
Sabi Gracie Gao, pag hindi pa tayo friend, unahan mo na ako, balikan kita after ng LS na to.
Ang tari ni Gracie Gao. Ang pogi ng jowa girls.
Wow. Gora na yan. Gora ka, Mami, gora na.
Tere ng saging ni Gracie Gao. Imported.
Yes, sino kaya saging ito, no?
Gracie Gao, pinanonood na kita. Pinatataka mo ako. Charot lang para masaya.
Yes. Mga tropang
Di ba,
Gracie Gao.
i-review ko na lang itong video mamaya para makita ko si Booking.
Ano, Gracie Gao, akyat ka, gusto mo?
Gracie Gao, kaya ka dali.
Tara, Gracie Gao, akit ka na po. Sige, halika na.
Halika na, sis. Hello, Chloe.
Hello, Chloe. Ayan. Wandering veteran, come here now.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm going to have one. I'm sure half that.
Rex Deligaro. Si Rex Deligaro, ang saya-saya niya. Saglit lang po. Sige, Gracie, ikaw. At anong makilala ka dito?
Sige, Gracie Gao. Sige.
Yes.
Ano sabi, Gracie?
No, it's okay. I'll just...
Grabe, tinatago mo naman yung saging mo, kinakain mo dyan.
Ate Rich, akyat ka po.
Wandering veteran, hello.
How you doing?
Hello. Sabi mo na, yari ka.
Ayoko mag-English, mag-Tagalog siya. Pagod ako, mag-aalis-alis na madaling araw dito.
Mapa-stress ko, no? Mawi mo, Roberta, no?
Akit si Grassy Gal. Grassy Gal, akit ka na please.
Yes, Grassy Gal, ka na
He's
po,
more enthusiastic to speak in English. What did he say? He's more enthusiastic
I
to
want
speak
the
in
veteran
English.
is one from Delhi Jero. Akit ka na, para makusap mo siya, ka na.
Wow, Wandering Veteran, you're so handsome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, why did Roberta answer?
No, I thought it's for me. Oh, Rich Deligero said, wow, Alberta, you're so beautiful. Thank you. Si Buki nakiki-thank you. Wow, you're so handsome, Buki Bautista.
Akala po ako
May naglalakad sa taas.
Oo.
Baka nagising si Tita.
Yari ka, pagalitan ko.
I made fries again.
Wandering Veteran, talk to Rich Delicaro.
I'm surprised.
You're not surprised anymore because he's eating.
I'm surprised you're eating fries. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought you don't know French fries.
No.
Yeah, I thought
It's not common in USA.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like hamburgers or French fries or hot dogs or these kinds of foods or chicken or anything.
You just eat rice all the time, right?
Yeah, all Americans, we only eat rice.
I know.
No, I don't like the most common rice in USA is Calrose. I don't like this rice. I like Thai rice. Yeah, I don't like it. I like jasmine, which is from Thailand, and I only buy the Thailand if I get jasmine rice because they have good rules on it. The government is pretty good.
Sis Gracie, click mo po yung comment na i-ano ko, i-comment ko. Click mo yung
Grassical. Yeah, you click the link, and then it will direct you to a window.
Yung British and Filipina couple.
Then it will say copy link. Then you click the copy link button, and then you paste it in the Safari. And then boom.
Ang gwapo din ng jowa ng isang host dyan.
Kasi Roberta, gwapo daw jowa mo.
Thank
Mami
you.
Roberta.
Pakausap nga dyan, British yan, di ba?
Opo.
British.
He wants to talk to me. He wants to talk to me.
Hello, sir.
What's up, youngin?
Oh my goodness, I love your accent. I love British accent. I just want to hear your voice.
You just want to hear my voice.
Yeah. Do you know Harry Potter?
I don't know how to do it. Nice bit of
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter? Yes, Professor.
If you see my Lola, Queen Elizabeth, can you please say hi to me? For me?
Yeah, sure. Actually, she asked me to give you a message. She said...
Really?
Yeah, she said she tried to call you, but you've been ignoring her. She thought
I know. Because my Lola doesn't want to approve my boyfriend. Yeah. That's why.
British and Filipino couple. Hanap din ako sabi ni Rich Delicaro. Sige sis, hanap ka din para silang lahat mag-ano na dito sa screen.
Mag-English tayo.
Grassy cow. Dali, pasok na.
Pasukin nyo na yan.
Ito, sis Gracie, click mo yung link na ano ko, i-comment ko. Sis Gracie.
What is he eating? Does anyone ask him what he's eating?
I'm eating fries with pinto beans, egg, cheese, a bunch of seasonings. So I make everything from scratch when I cook. So I cut the potatoes.
Wow.
I boil the beans and stuff. So the beans I made
Amazing.
yesterday,
That's
the
lovely.
beans take like 3 hours to make.
Oh my goodness.
But
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
buy,
cook that long.
yeah, but you can do a big batch. So I do it like once a week.
Have you tried the Canadian poutine?
Oh,
Canadian
poutine.
poutine. Oh,
Poutine, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Poutine.
I had it. I had it a few times. Yeah,
It's the world famous poutine from Canada.
yeah.
Canadian invented it. I'm half Canadian, half Filipina.
I thought the poutine was original to Russia and then it came to Canada.
No,
It's
Russians
original to
are
Canada.
like Chinese. They're not real.
I don't believe it's Filipino. I see credentials.
Mhm.
Sisi, click mo yung click mo yung continue. Roberto, shout out sa'yo. Dean Hart, shout out.
Hi, Grace dear. How are you? Utang na loob. How
Hello,
are you?
Grace Gear. Kamusta ka na? Thank you po sa'yo. Welcome here.
Grace Gear, I'm so sorry. Hindi kita na-include sa shoutout ko sa radio station. But ilalagay na kita for next week, Monday. Huwag kang magtatampo sa akin.
Also, I used the oil from yesterday because the first time you use oil has less flavor.
I-click mo to, and then pagka-click mo, continue lang siya. Continue
Oil is
lang
the
siya
most
para
delicious.
makapasok ka.
Which one?
After like 3 uses, that's when it's most delicious. Like the 5th use is trash. It depends the oil, of course.
Oh, okay.
Try mo ulit, Try mo ulit. Nakita na kita pero lumabas ka. Sis Gracie, click mo ulit. Ayun. Baby,
I wanna know what Roberta's
Grace Gear.
I wanna know what Roberta's radio station is.
Okay na po. Hello.
Nasa baba
Hello.
Hello.
Hello po. Okay na.
Yes,
Hello po.
you.
Kumusta kayong lahat dyan?
Well, it's lovely to see you. Oh my goodness.
She's
Hello
not going
po,
to give
kayong
me a
lahat.
high five.
Yes, hello sa lahat. Yan, mabuhay sa lahat.
Hello po. Hindi
Ano
ko...
yan? Nasa bahay kayo? May pa-couples shirt pa kayo? Ano kayo ng kulay?
Teka ka.
Ganyan ba yan?
Apple do kayo,
Hello.
apple.
Hello po.
Hello. High five. No.
Okay.
You're
This way.
backward. Yeah.
This way, that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Grace Gear, akit ka. You wanna
This
make akyat?
I got this shirt in Guatemala. It was handmade.
Explain handmade.
It looks like
Wandering veteran.
it looks like it's about to go walking to the main drop a load of action packs.
Miss Grace Gear, akit
That's
ka.
handmade. You have to.
Hindi siya makaakyat.
Si Grace Gear.
Unak tayo sa brat.
Tanggalin mo na natin si Boki. Ayan, bumaba na si
Ayun,
Boki.
malis na siya.
Break na muna tayo, Boki.
Sensya na, first time ko lang.
Grace
Hindi
Gear,
ko alam ano sasabihin.
Yes, okay lang po yan, ate. Yes, okay lang.
Nasigaw. Ang sasabihin
Yes
mo
po.
lang, maganda ako, maganda si Renz, di ba? Yun lang. Huwag mo na sabihin gwapo si Dying Hearts kasi given na yun.
Is that like a work outfit?
I don't know.
Sigaw?
Pakita mo rin yung husband mo. Hello, baby.
Hindi kami hindi for a while.
Hello, my baby. I love you, baby.
Hello po. Hello sa inyong lahat. Kumusta po tayo dyan?
Brasigaw, is that your work uniform?
Yes, sorry. I should take off this one, but
You
I
still
just came
smell.
home from work.
You still smell. Yeah.
Hang on.
What is your job?
Saglit lang po. I don't like the uniform.
You don't have to change. I was only asking.
Now she'll change into a gown. Nice gown.
She doesn't have to.
Grace
Whatever.
Gear, akyat. Grace, nasa ka, Grace.
Yeah.
That was so fast.
I love Australian accent too.
Ayan. Hello po,
Sounds
kumusta
like
sa inyong
British.
lahat? How are you guys? Ano po bang sasabihin natin? Hindi ko alam. Since siya na first time ko.
Okay lang po yan, okay lang po.
Okay lang yan para masanay ka na.
Yes, yes.
Paano ba?
Sa Australia ka,
ulit.
diba? Nasa Australia ka? Nasa Australia ka, Grassy Gal? Oh, she's gone. Gone with the wind.
Asan na si Grace? Si Grace.
Grassy Gal was gone. She's gone.
This guy's in
US. This
no,
one. Yes.
this guy is
Sige, sis, click mo ulit, sis. Click mo ulit.
You have to kiss
Yung
me,
screen
Wandering
niya,
Veteran.
ano,
Come on, kiss.
May kasalanan.
Grace, kaya mo yan. Bakit ka na?
On the other side.
I think he's
Longga
shy.
Roberta, di na ako makaakyat kasi nag-kus pa ako. Inidoro ko katulong OFW laban like YD. Nanonood ako sa inyo.
Sis Gracie, akyat.
Sayang naman, Grace
Gracie,
here.
akit ka ulit.
Na-busy mode na siguro siya.
Park.
Bakit ulit, Grassy Gal, naputol ka, nawala ka? Wandering Veteran, here's my kiss for you. Come here. Lalipuli ba? Ay, June. June Mananghaya. Where's June?
June pasok.
Hey, June.
Si June. June? Ando siya sa may chat. Kaka-message siya lang. Sabi mo pumasok.
Ate Grace, ikaw, napunta na kita. Doon na ba na may sabi? Napunta na kita.
Wins.
Yes.
What's his name again?
When's? Which one? Rob. Rob.
I knew it, Wandering Veteran. You also like boys.
No, I had a question. Do you like tea? Do you drink tea?
Do I like?
He was asking if you like it.
No, I said, do you like tea? You drink.
I love tea. Two teas. Come here.
Do you drink Earl Grey or something like that?
O sige, Grace, ayusin ko to. Pagka ayos ko, pasok ka na ulit O ano?
Dog.
Puppy.
Sorry?
Dog.
Si Graf, friend na po tayo. Na-friend na tayo. Unahan na kita. Ito po. Unahan na po kita. Gracie Gaw. Ayan po, naunahan na kita.
Si June nag-message sa group. Sabi mo sa kanya mag-ano siya.
Saan na kayo? Diyos ko, ngayon lang nagkuryente. Asan na? Pasa mo yung link doon, Wen.
Okay.
Do you want one more time? Sometimes you can.
Sinsape, saan ka na? Sinsape, saan ka na?
It's Putin is from Quebec.
Exactly.
Quebec.
Oh, kita mo na nga sa mami.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I had it in South Carolina. They had a restaurant that serves poutine there. But I haven't had it in Canada. I visited Canada maybe 6 to 10 times, somewhere around there. Because a lot of times it was just like a day trip because I used to live in Detroit. So I don't know exactly how many, 5 times when I was living in Detroit. So, because Detroit is the border, so. You just cross that bridge. That's it. But I just visited Canada twice in the last year. But I have only been in the general area of Toronto, so not even that far in Ontario, just the region of Toronto, like Hamilton, Niagara Falls, that region. But I haven't gone to like other parts of Canada yet. I will probably go to Vancouver in the next half year because I live only like 6 hours from Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
Because I just moved to Oregon, so the West Coast, and I was on the East Coast before.
Hello everyone! Nagbabalik!
Okay, have a
What's
good
up?
night, everyone. I need to sleep. Bye.
Hi, Wondering! Hello, Roberta!
Bye. I need to sleep now. It's already
Diyan na,
late.
diyan na,
It's
diyan
3
na,
a.m.
diyan na.
Bye.
Kasama ko sa kasama natin.
Andiyan na si Jun eh. Tulog na ako. Tulog na
Hello!
ako. Andiyan si Jun.
Ayan, so fresh na fresh, kagigising lang.
Jun, halikan mo si Wandering veteran nasa gilid mo. Halikan mo dali sa gilid. Halikan mo si Wandering veteran. Kasi katabi mo siya sa camera, di ba? Pag ano sa gilid. Halikan mo ganun.
Kiss mo.
Si Bal nga naghahalikan kami ni Bal. Tignan mo.
Kiss mo.
Ganun.
Ganun mo, dikit mo sa camera niya.
Hello, Wondering!
What's up, bro?
Hello!
What's up, bro?
Hello, Wondering, I miss you.
Mami,
Let's see here.
Langga ko.
Hello,
Wen. The way you talk.
Parang kanyang
Naalala ko si
asawang
Mami.
ay boyfriend pala niya.
Grace Gear kasi madaling
Hello,
dito 3
Rob.
a.m. Pero pag hindi 3 a.m. madadal ako. June, I miss you so much.
Jun, buti may ilaw ka na dyan.
Oh, nice ceiling. We can see the ceiling now.
Hello, everyone.
I prefer to look at the
June,
ceiling actually.
Napanood mo na, June?
Yun na bago siya si Mami.
Sabi sa'yo ni Wandering Veteran said he prefers the ceiling rather than seeing you in the camera. What can you say?
I did say this. I really did.
Roberta, wala akong headset kaya hindi kita naririnig masyado.
Sabi niya, idikit mo sa tenga mo muna. Sabi niya, nung tinapat niya yung
Sabi
camera
niya,
sa
it's
bubong,
true.
mas gusto niya raw makita yung bubong kaysa sa pagmumukha mo. Ano masasabi mo? Tarayan mo. Dali. Tapos itatranslate ko.
Wondering, what the hell are you talking about?
Yung taray.
Want to see the roof, then my face? Oh my God!
Yes.
Dalawa na lang kayong girlfriend.
Yes! Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind, Wondering?
Well, I'm talking to you.
Funny. This is not funny, you know. Why are you laughing? I'm not kidding.
You asked me, are you out of your mind? I said, I'm talking to you, so yes.
Sabi mo, that is so rude of you.
I'm
You
just
owe me
kidding.
an apology.
I'm kidding. I am sorry, Zikiela.
Yeah, tell him you owe me an apology. You don't talk to Filipinas like that.
Ano tayo?
This is good.
Of course, I'm a good coach.
Ayan, ganyan gusto makita ni Wondering, yan na lang yung
Thank you, Zikiela.
Wondering, that one that you want to see, right? Want to see the rooftop, then my face? Well,
Yes.
thank you for that.
I'm kidding. Go back.
He said he loves you.
Ano tayo?
He said he's just kidding.
Oo nga, kidding-kidding. Walang kidding-kidding sa akin eh. Hindi ako nakikipag-kidding-kiddingan sa kanya eh.
Ayan, parang naka-room.
Everybody, put your camera to your ceiling.
Don't care.
It's a news camera.
Hello, Eugene Maturan. How are you, Eugene? I'm so sleepy na. I need to go na. 3 o'clock na here. I'm so sleepy.
Wala kasi akong headset, kaya hindi kita narinig. Ay!
Here it is, 2 a.m.
Eugene Maturan, you're so pocky. Eugene Maturan, mag-iwan ka na lang ng lipstick sa akin. Babalikan kita kasi alas 3 na madaling araw na dito. Inaantok
Hello
na ako.
everyone, hello. Ala na, mag-screen naman kayo ng comment. Nakikita ko naman to. Na naman ako sa private chat.
May nag-message si Gerald Anderson.
Ang sabi?
Maybe we'll try and clean your laptop
Namiss ka
after
na
it
daw
runs
niya.
fast or something.
Eugene Maturan. Wala si Jill sa akin. Pwede pa kaya yun?
May bagong pumasok yun, Eugene Maturan, ang poki-poki. Nakita ko na.
Yes. Jill Maturan, pasok ka, Jill Maturan.
Pasok ka, Eugene, if you want.
Rajon, akit mo yun.
Inantok na ako.
Ay, Eugene.
Bali, nantok na ako. 3 a.m. na. Masakit na talaga yung likod ko.
Sige na, mami. Tulog ka na, sige na.
Good night na sa inyo.
Sige, good night
Hanggang sa
din.
muli.
Ingat ka dyan. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. June, bye-bye na.
John, bye-bye na, John.
Mrs. Bubong,
Yes.
bye. Bye-bye na. 3
Bye-bye,
o'clock na
Mami
kasi
Rebecca,
rito.
bye-bye, bye-bye.
Uwi.
Sige.
Matutulog na ako. Hindi mo uwi. Sa bahay na ako.
Oo.
Good night.
Tulog ka na, may
Bye, Roberta. Good night.
Bye, Wandering Veteran. Bye, Wens. Bye, Mr. British Guy. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Let me put down the dog. Baka mamamigin sa akin.
Ang galing na ako. Zykiela. Zykiela. Kailangan Jordan. Bye-bye, mami. Huwag tayo ingat. Tulog ka na dyan.
Good night na po sa inyo lahat.
Asan yung corona mo?
Hello, Bang.
Asan yung corona mo?
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Hello, Rob.
Hello, bro. Hello, bro.
My English style. Wow.
Ano linisan mo dyan? Wandering Veteran. You're
What's
done
up?
your eating? Ayun, isa naman. Jun, kausapin mo yan, Jun.
Sino ba?
Yung dalawa.
Hello, Rob. So, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Nothing. What are you doing?
Ano daw?
I'm not gonna go home.
Where's Gwen?
She's busy. I want you. What are you doing? Okay. She said later, Mama.
Okay.
Wandering Veteran. What time is it now? You're in 5 minutes now?
Hello, Wandering.
What's up, dude?
Bagtit ka daw, bagtit. Wondering, Zekila is a very beautiful, right?
What's your question?
Zekila Pinaling is a very beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you lang daw. Thank you lang daw. You say maganda. Maganda, Wondering, maganda.
Actually, he said he likes you, right? This guy.
Ay,
Ano daw?
gusto ko daw niya.
Ayun niya. Lalaki.
Wala kasi akong headset. Wondering, what are you doing?
I just ate. That's it. And then I will study math. I have to study math for school.
You have to study maths. Is that to make you sleep?
Was that?
Is that so you can sleep? Do you have insomnia?
No.
Is that-
Unfortunately, I have to study math because I'm going back to college because I went to the Marines and then I got out and then I waited a few years. Now I have to go back to math class and it's literally been a decade since I studied it. And I have to get a better placement test or else I have to take a low level math. And I'm like, oh.
So why? What do you want? What do you want your vocation to be? Are you studying to be something like a maths?
I'm studying for business. I want entrepreneurship. I'm going to start my own business. But with the military, they pay for your college, so I will use get the degree.
When, ano ba? I cannot understand. My God, guys. You both guys are so very fluent in English. That's why I cannot understand. When? Translate mo yan.
Is this easier to understand?
Then you have to speak slowly.
Can you understand me better now? Just kidding.
Yes, you speak slowly. Slowly.
Speak it slowly. Speak it slowly. Like, Italian accent.
When, ano daw, when?
I was just in Italy. Like I did a Europe trip last year, and I was in Italy, and I did one thing. So I had the best pizzas in the world. So I had the best pizzas in Naples. I went to like the
Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, I had Hawaiian pizza also. Actually was also in Hawaii this year. So I actually had the best pizza, some of the best pizza in Hawaii. I had the best pizza in Chicago, New York City, the best in Detroit, the best, like I said, in Naples. I had some of the best in Rome. And so, yeah, I love pizza. But anyway, yeah, so New York City, though, it's kind of like very fierce competition between New York City and Naples because a lot of people say New York City is better and a lot of people say Naples is better because Naples is a birthplace, but just because something's from somewhere doesn't mean it's the best. So it's kind of like...
Wait, ano ba? Hindi ko na kaya. Ban! Ayoko na sa Earth. Kuhaan na ako ng lupa.
Hindi ko na rin kaya eh. Ayaw pumasok niya, no? Sinjape, para tatlo tayo mag-usap. Ayaw pumasok Sinjape.
So Naples always has to defend itself to maintain that it's like got some of the best pizza. But I went to the best pizza in the world though, and I believe is Damascelle.
Gusto mo pizza?
Wala ba, Wings? Ano ba? Ay, gonna exit na ba?
Jun, sabi niya gusto mo daw ng pizza.
Ha?
Gusto mo ng pizza?
Gusto mo pizza?
Oo, gusto ko pizza. Ayoko ng pizza.
Pizza is a kind of...
But I'm practicing to make pizza now. I've been watching videos on how to make pizza.
Hawaiian pizza, like that. Yeah. There's a lot of pizza,
yeah.
Saan ka na? Tara na.
Was that?
Let's eat pizza.
Wings, ano ba yun? Wings?
Hindi mo naman kasi siya naririnig, sabi niya. Saan ka daw? Tara na daw. Nagtatagalog na nga siya eh.
Saan ako pupunta?
Punta na daw kayo bumili ng pizza, dalawa.
Nagkalorong man ini.
That's my accent, that's why.
Hari, pasok ka nito, Hari. Ano, Jun, wala na tayong masabi dyan, no?
Yes. Charles.
Ayun na, nawala sila. Nawala yung dalawa kayo ah.
Nag-date na sila.
Nag-date na silang dalawa.
So, ganda nag-date. You do not.
You do not.
Akyat ka na kasi sis Grace. Akyat ka na.
Is that your brother's birthday?
Ate Grace, Ate Grace, sige na. Ate Grace. Ate Grace.
This is good. Ay, ginis lang. Ha. Meset na pisa na yan. Baka maging pisat. Bili na ng pisa. Taga saan ko siya, sis? Sa UK.
Hello everyone, I'm back. I'm from...
Nagsabay pa sila.
Nagsabay pa kayong dalawa.
Nagsabay pa sila.
Ano?
Bumalik yung dalawa. Nagsabay din kayo bumalik.
Yes. Kasi inasikaso ko siya, Wen.
Zikiela, is that? Are you crying?
Who's crying? Who's crying, John? John, your baby is crying now.
Jun, mag-headset ka. Maingay yung paligid mo.
Wala siyang headset.
Hello guys, Chinito Daddy. Pasok.
Ayan, Tito Daddy na. Tokang kalog. Sandyan na, Tito Daddy. Hello guys, good day. Sabi, pasok ko na. Yan
Hello,
si Tito Daddy.
guys.
Ito na, dyan si Tito Daddy ang pagkakulog natin.
Wondering, what are you doing?
Wondering what are you doing now? Are you want to sleep now?
You feel bored already.
Ay, wondering ibaba mo pa. I just want to see.
Tinaas niyo tuloy, tinaas niya.
Well, I can hide behind my name.
Ano daw?
Yeah, just a little bit. Put it down the comb. Yun, hello guys. Good day everyone. Chinito Daddy, come and join us.
Yeah, give me I want a sweet.
Sorry?
I want a sweet.
Ang ganda. John,
What part of the Philippines are you in?
ba't nawala ka, John?
What part of the Philippines are you in, Wens?
Sorry, what did you say?
What part of the Philippines are you guys in? Are you to
Cavite.
what part?
Lakas ng ulan.
Tasmania's in Cavite, like south of Manila.
Wait na lang, umulan. Wait lang.
Okay. So a little bit south of Manila.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did you visit when you came here?
I was in Batangan, Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, Mactan, Bohol, Dumaguete, like
What was Dumaguete like?
yeah. One of my favorites was the Mactan area and also Chocolate Hills.
Yeah,
Because I saw the tarsiers.
Yeah. That's so cute. I don't have any time. They're like this big.
Yeah, they're like a if you have if you have big hands, they're like the size of your hands.
Yeah. I saw them too. Yeah, but they're only there, right? They're only in Bohol. They don't. I don't think they live anywhere else, do they? Which is Bohol. I think. So when you coming back?
Was that?
When are you coming back?
Hopefully, I don't know, not this year, but between 2020 and 2022 is the goal. I plan to do a trip in Africa and one in Middle East and go back to Europe. So the Europe one might be combined with Africa, and then I'm just not sure yet. Like I might just do a few countries in Africa, and then I might even do a Europe, Middle East, and Africa together. But the Asia is going to be completely separate trip. So I would do like like from maybe from like Myanmar to Vietnam, and also, but that might be separate as well. That's going to be one trip, but my other Asia trip I want to do sometime is going to be probably Japan, Philippines, China, and I maybe some country next to Philippines like Indonesia or something. But I have been to Philippines twice in 2012.
Bali looks nice, but I was going to go to Bali, but it looks expensive as well. It's too much money.
Yeah, because you have to pay the tourist price, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, once you sort of start.
But it's modern. It's modern. I believe Indonesia actually has the best internet in the world.
Yeah,
believe
I
it or
think
not.
I've heard that as well. Yeah, I think
It
I've
has
heard that.
I mean, it's not the best internet in the world. It's the most. I'm sorry. I misstated that. What I meant is because USA now has the best internet in the world, except they're starting to have 5G. So for mobile data, we're not the best anymore. We were until like a few months ago because they just started releasing 5G. And
Yeah.
5G is like 10 times faster. I forgot how many times, but we're talking like speeds like 200 megabytes or something per second on phones. And normally countries get around 20, 30 megabytes per second. So now we're getting into like 200, 500 megabytes.
We've got about 35 now. We've got signal booster and we've got 35 now. But before we were only getting like 10 or something. Now it's like 35. So.
35 megabytes is really, it's fine for 90% of what, 95% of what you're doing. But there are some things like as soon as you start talking like certain like downloading stuff, that's when it gets really bad.
Yeah.
So
if you've got a lot of stuff to do and you're watching something at the same time, like you're downloading and you're watching something and you're on a conference call or something like that. Then
that bandwidth and all that. Yeah, it gets bad. Or if you're uploading, a video or whatever, it can be like 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, depends. Because like for me, my videos are a few gigabytes because I film in 4K now. So I uploaded, like my last video I uploaded was like 7 gigabytes to YouTube. And I know it dramatically scales it down, but from everything I looked into, it's better to still have, don't go above the bit rate that YouTube uses, but you can go above like, I think it was 30. I think this might be switching to 60 though. I forgot exactly. I have it in my thing. I forgot what it was. But anyway, I go to the maximum or a little above what they specify because my understanding is when you upload a better quality and you get scaled down, it's still better than uploading at level. But I don't know. That's kind of like iffy. But yeah, that's my because what I understand too is kind of like this. Like if you're reducing the quality on your phone before it gets over, and then YouTube reduces it again instead of just getting it reduced once. So you have lost twice instead of once when you especially if you use like if you before you upload you put it to a third party, like if you put it on like some type of drive or something, you lose quality. So you might lose quality 3 times if you do that. So it's better, I think, to keep the best quality you can and then put it on YouTube and let them lower it.
I was speaking to some bloke the other day, and because I thought I was watching a video and it said that there's no point in getting anything better than 4K because most people don't see in 4K anyway. But the bloke I was speaking to reckons that we can see in 4K. So I don't know. It's kind of a grey area.
Okay, I actually watched a lot of videos about 4K. So the idea is, yes, you can see 4K in a way, but generally no. A lot of people say your eyes actually only see 420 pixels, so 420p, which isn't even close, right? So almost 1,000 times less. However, that's not exactly true either, because like you actually have blind spots in your eyes. So like the center of your eye is a blind spot. You don't realize it because your brain, of course, does that. Things like your nose. You see your nose right now. You don't realize you see it, but you're looking at your nose right now. And then things like that. Yeah, like when I tell you, then you notice it, but really your eyes have to block it all day. So like, guess your focus and all that, and your eyes are constantly moving to different spots. However, it still goes, especially, I think, very much, especially when you're watching on a TV, it's so obvious. It's beyond obvious difference 4K versus 1080p when you have like an actual size TV, because as soon as it gets expanded, if you have like a 720p and then you have a giant screen, it's gonna look completely terrible. 720p is gonna look terrible, but when you have 4K and then you have on a big screen, it's still gonna look okay. Of course, there's other factors than the resolution. The exposure to light and all this kinds of stuff.
But, it depends what you're watching it on as well. Because if you're just watching it on a laptop, normally sort of 720, or 1080s, more than enough. I don't, if I go down to
on mobile, like on mobile, 720p is good, but there still is some little bit of difference. Like for one is you can zoom in, and you can so it still does make a difference, but generically 720p versus 4K, not that much difference. But if you go like under 720p, it's like 480p versus 720p. You can easily see the difference. Yeah, but 720p to 1080, like you could probably even be tricked because, like I said, resolution's not everything. So there's so many other factors into like what's going to get a clear shot, because you can, if you look at some really, really good cameras, if you look at like maybe like a big time YouTuber from like 2010 who had all the good cameras and all that, and you look at their video like 2010 720p, and you'll be like, that is crisp, and you like, then you look at 720p off of something now, and you'll be like, wait, why is his way better? It's because it's other things,
How old are you?
27.
27. So do you? 27. Yeah. I think you're too young. Do you remember when you used to have a TV in your house and you used to have to turn the aerial on top of the TV to try and get a better signal? You don't remember how? Yeah. So like we used to go down for breakfast before school or whatever, and you'd have to change around. If you walked in front of the TV, it was just totally snowy, totally fuzzy. And if you watch like breakfast shows back in like the late 90s and stuff like that, it's incredible, because at the time you thought it's a really good picture, and now compared to now, it's like.
Well, but the thing about that for 90s, yes, I was there and I remember it, but at the same time, I didn't care or understand. You know what I mean? Because I was like 7 years old. So yeah. But I remember it, and I mean, you can see what that quality is like because you can see an old video or whatever, or and you see like if you look at the 80s videos, you always see it's like drowned out light, like it's just like fuzzy, kind of like a white light kind of deal. You know how like they have to remaster things, and they do a really good job though nowadays. So that's why they can get a video from like the 1970s and like actually make it look like pretty good. Of course, it's not going to look really as good, but I mean they can really do some work in like because they have a lot of like color grading and stuff, which you should be doing for YouTube even as well. Color grading is really important. It's kind of a little subtle, so it's not super obvious, but at the same time, it really makes your video a lot better. So I don't know if you know about color grading or not, but
yeah, I mean, We're doing a lot on Photoshop recently, so I've sort of been
Oh
learning
yeah,
a lot. But
I
I'm not,
haven't.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know what video.
haven't. Yeah, I haven't really understood. I don't know how to use color grading yet myself. I just know about it. So like my friend showed me. He has he has a little bigger channel. He's about 200K, so he's doing pretty well. But he was just showing me how he like color grades and stuff, and I don't fully get how to do it. Like I don't know. That's one of the things I'm about to learn. I just switched from KineMaster, which is on the phone.
Yeah.
It's like Power Director and KineMaster are the best for the phone. Anyway, well then there's iPhone. They have their own one, but anyway, I'm switching to it's called Lightworks. I don't know if you heard of that.
It rings a bell, but I don't know. I know nothing about videos or how it works or anything like that. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I had Adobe for like 5 days, but I'm gonna go back to it. I I decided I'm not gonna have Premiere Pro or anything until I actually making money on YouTube, because to have a subscription and all that is kind of like it's losing a lot of money for little to no return. Like yes, you can always say like it takes money to make money. Like, well, if you do Premiere Pro, then the chance of you getting noticed and stuff is better. But it's like at the same time, if you don't even know how to use like a lesser program, you're not getting that much out of Premiere Pro, because literal actual professionals use Premiere Pro. It's not like something you can just jump in and like, yeah, you can use a lot of the features, but you're not going to understand how to really use it until you
don't want to start on the top floor. You want to start on the ground floor, even if it's going to take you longer. You'll have a better understanding of it, and then you'll be able to use the better programs more efficiently.
Yeah, because it's not just about the editor, because like an editor can only do so much, because like if you literally didn't take the photo in the right angle, it is the wrong angle. You can't really fix that, so there's just all these kinds of things, and knowing how much energy to bring to a video and all those types of things as well. Like I'm slowly, I see it, but I'm very slowly starting to finally give a little bit of energy into my videos, because like I kind of been, I would say, I've been a little shy about like being too energetic, like about releasing too much personality, especially because like kind of the crackdown of like saying certain words and stuff, and I came in kind of a little nervous about that, I guess, because like they actually released some information about YouTube actually got leaked, like big information. I can't say the words because they literally yeah, it's kind of funny situation. You can't talk about it because like it's actually YouTube actually scans your videos. I don't think people realize that. So I can't say it, but there was information.
That's obviously how they do most of it. They obviously, every time you upload a video, they obviously have some kind of program. It's not just people sat behind a computer doing it. Obviously, they've probably got a program that picks stuff up, and then after it's picked it up, they get a human to go through it and then sort of double check it. I'd imagine that's how it works.
That's funny. I think like nobody understands us. Like maybe two people, so it's kind of funny. like yeah, they get English, and Filipinos get English, but when you lose the quality through the video, and then you get the accents and everything, they're like, huh?
Yeah, but it's not as much. Also, as well, we're not speaking clearly. We're just kind of speaking slang. Like we're not, we're just speaking in our own language, sort of lazy sort of thing. So it's harder, but it's just us two, so it's fine. If someone else joins, then I'll clean my English up.
Even the host is gone.
No, I'm here.
I said even the host is gone.
They said wondering better is more clear than British.
No.
Yeah, I know I'm more clear. It's obvious.
but also the reason for that is because Filipinos learn their English off. They learn American English, so They
Yeah.
learn, yeah, that's why like all the call, if you speak to someone at the call centers, they all sound like, if you spoke to them on the phone, you would never know
Yeah.
that they weren't that they were Filipino. You would think they were American because they get their accent from Americans. So when I speak, they think it's like, even though English comes from England, they think that I'm speaking slang because I haven't got an American accent.
I will tell you one thing though that you probably don't realize is that it's kind of like a weird thing to hear, but USA actually standardized English first, and that's actually one of the main reasons why American English is more prevalent in certain areas, is because dictionaries and stuff, actually a lot of that originates actually from United States colonies. And so it's kind of like this. You see the exact same situation with Portuguese. So it's not like a one-off thing. This happened exactly with Portuguese as well. Brazilian Portuguese is actually the standard, not Portuguese from Portugal. It's the same with American English. Now, British English, of course, has a very strong presence still, but so it's not as extreme as the Portuguese is, because Portuguese is actually spoken in, I think it was one country in Africa, Brazil, actually Portugal, and then there's like I think there's a bunch of like little areas within countries and stuff. So there's like, I don't know, 7 countries or whatever that speak it, and so it's a little bit different story, but it's still a big language because Brazil's huge. So
but you have no problems. Like, you have no problems. Like, sometimes if there's an American from like the deep south or something, they're from Texas or
No.
something like that.
I have no issue because I've been all over US, and people are like,
Yeah.
I can't understand. There's actually even a lot of Americans have trouble with certain accents, but me, I've just been everywhere, and I've always been good at language, so I don't have that issue. Like, I can talk to anyone from any state, and people can be like, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all say, I have no trouble. I can understand 100% of it. I don't have any issue.
But I mean, like Filipinos, like if sometimes if you get someone from Texas and they're speaking to a Filipino, they can't understand it because they're.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's the same like Spanish. I learned Spanish, and it's just like as soon as they start throwing out some slang, I'm not on that level yet where I can deal with slang, so I can't understand. As soon as they start breaking down that language, I go, because I'm right below advanced. Like, I'm literally right there, but I'm not there yet. Because I was taking 2 months of private in Guatemala, and I did like all of Duolingo and stuff. But yeah, it's just like I'm just not. I fall apart when it comes to slang.
Isn't Spanish? Isn't there lots of different types of Spanish as well? Like, don't they speak different Spanish in Mexico than what they do in other countries, like in Spain?
Okay, so I have actually a fairly good answer to this. So you gotta, because I've actually been through like Peru and all that for months, and I've been to Spain for a few weeks and all that. And so basically this, so in Spain, not everyone in Spain speaks Spanish, which is the funny part. A lot of people don't realize that because they have Catalan, they have some others, they have some other languages, right? And actually, the oldest language in Europe is actually in oh my gosh, I can't remember the word. I just haven't been there for a while. It just literally skipped my mind. But the region that Bilbao's in actually has a language. That's the oldest language in Europe. It actually predates Latin, so it's before Latin. Yeah, it's that old. And so that's actually almost unchanged. So they have that. So they have that going on. It's kind of like UK, where your accents, in my opinion, actually, I would almost say that a lot of UK's accent variation is stronger than a lot of United States, because there's like, if you get Scottish, some people are like, that's not even English or whatever. I've heard that. I'm not trying to say, I'm trying to get into that, but yeah, it's so you got that going on. And that's strong. That's strong. When you go from like Scottish to like actual like London English, there's a.
Yeah, but it's not even that. If you go in England, where I lived in England, if I travel maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour up the road, they sound different.
Yeah. So it's not I don't ever feel it's that strong like when I go through US, but of course I know that comes with a bias because I'm familiar with it and I understand that as well. But I just don't think it's that strong. Like it's not obvious like to that level. Now the other thing is that comes with Spanish is you got a lot of native words mixed in, so it depends on that country that you're in. If you're in Peru or whatever, you know, a lot of objects like avocados are from Mexico region. They're from like kind of U.S. Mexico because for a time Mexico U.S. was like a lot of U.S. actually was owned by Mexico, and you know they didn't have those borders, you know. So a lot of the tribes that were in Mexico were also in U.S. and all that stuff. So anyway, a lot of their words come from certain regions and all that. So there's that. Got the native words mixed in there, especially when Spanish didn't have words for certain foods or items that native used or something like that. So you got that going on. But I would say there's three main dialects. I would say Argentina, Mexico, and España. So Spain, Mexico, Argentina, Chile, I would put them together. And then Mexico, and then you got, you know, Spain. But the thing about like what was that?
In Colombia, right? What language they speak in Colombia?
Yeah. Colombia definitely has a different accent than Argentina and Chile, because they have a different like parts of Spain that had settled, and then they have a lot of Germans and stuff that came to that area, so that you got some German mixed in there and all that. Especially after World War II, a lot of Germans that were in the military escaped to Argentina and all that. So you got that kind of dynamic going on. So, but anyway, because so you got that kind of stuff going on. But Colombia, their Spanish, yeah, it's different, but it's not considered like they have a system called like DELE, which is DELE. Like it's basically used for not just Spanish, but a lot of languages. It's like a European system. And anyway, so those are the three regions that I actually go off. So like if you're in Guatemala, Mexican versus Guatemalan Spanish, like it's not that different. But of course, yeah, if you go down to like Honduras or something, yeah, it's quite away from Mexico, and yet, yeah, the slang and stuff is going to be dramatically different. But it's not considered one of the main regions. It's not like one of the more influential countries. Like you're not going to hear, like if you think about it, like what the countries I was mentioning is kind of like the bigger ones, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the big countries that have a lock on languages. So like the origin country and the largest country that uses it. So Mexico is the largest Spanish-speaking country, so it's going to have naturally a stronger influence. And that's the same with Brazil. Why Brazil has such a stronger influence on the language, because they're dramatically, like Brazil has probably like 70% of all Portuguese speakers. I don't know the number, but it's got to be over half. What you guys looking at? What?
I'm seeing what's going on in the chat. I don't know.
They understand.
They don't understand.
Yeah, I figured they don't.
But they should understand. I mean, we're not speaking Chinese, so they should understand.
Pero si tú quieres hablar español, podemos.
It doesn't Tagalog. There's not a lot of Spanish words in Tagalog.
Not really.
Isn't there?
There are a lot of Spanish words because a lot of times Filipinos don't realize what is Spanish versus Filipino.
Yeah, the same English, they don't know what words are English. Sometimes you say things and you say, "Oh, isn't that a Filipino word?" And I'm like, "No, it's English."
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like people oftentimes, like same for English. There's probably like 5% of English is actually French.
Yeah, Yeah, of course.
Because constantly fighting. Like France and England, like France and like I guess I'll say UK. I guess France and UK were fighting. Like they never stopped fighting until was it like 19? I think it was the World War One. Is when they like finally were like, okay, we're done fighting.
Well,
I think it was World War One.
That's because we wanted to fight someone else, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's like the enemy of your enemy. The enemy of your enemy is your friend. So
It's like if the aliens came down to Earth and started trying to attack us. It's like no way I want to be friends again, sort of thing. But, you know,
yeah.
It's quite funny.
But I think extremely more realistically, though, we're going to leave the country, leave the planet within the 2000s. Actually, like it's already we're already planning. U.S. is actually planning. I think it was 2022 to finally actually have a moon base. So we're actually gonna have a base on the moon. So it's actually like real. Like they've actually have plans of how they're gonna visit Mars and stuff. Like it's actually gotten serious to the point where like they actually have a lot of the technology they need. They're not ready yet, but what's that?
What would be the benefit of moving to Mars or the moon? I mean, you'd have to do a lot of work to just. I know you obviously got the space station on. I know they got the oxygen thing down and all that kind of stuff. But
there's one super obvious benefit, and this one goes straight away. Well, I guess there's two straight away benefits that are just beyond obvious once you think about it. It's gonna be like, oh, of course. So one is resources. And that becomes, there's tons upon tons of resources, right? That we don't have, or like there's certain things on other planets that are not even remotely rare, like diamond, like diamonds, for example, and some planets are like, it's like diamond a dozen, things like that. Whereas diamonds aren't really that useful. They're just mostly it's artificial because there's only one company that controls most of it.
Yeah, that's right.
But the other.
They made it expensive, and then they said that it was great, and it's like a con. It's like the biggest con, diamonds.
Yeah, they just sold it to women to make women think that diamonds are special because they're like, oh, we could just get men to buy them, because that's literally been the tradition why that happens, because they have value only in a few technologies, like for cutting and stuff, but that's about it. The other one is for survival of the human race. Basically, if we're in more places, the chance of us dying out is dramatically less. Because if we're in Mars and the moon, and then as soon as we start expanding out, they say like, well, Earth meteor can hit the Earth. Well, that meteor didn't hit Mars, and and then so that's a goal. So maybe in 2,000 years, I think that's gonna be totally realistic everyday thing to go from one planet to another, or who knows. And I had this kind of like funny thought, is that I think eventually we will be the aliens. Like if there are no other aliens, which I think there are, probability says yes. If there are no other aliens, then I will say this. Well, first off, we're going to learn how to make bacteria into like these crazy things. So even within the next 100 years, we are already able to. So we can probably make. Like we've made lab grown meat. So like meat can actually produce itself now. And it's crazy stuff like that. But anyway, we're going to be able to make animals out of things that weren't animals, like and stuff like that. That's what all within like just within our lifetime and stuff. That's going to happen. But I think. Because when we evolve and we change our DNA and stuff on other planets, because we're going to do that. We're going to alter our DNA in order to better suit ourselves to be on another planet. Because people are already doing genetic engineering. Like in Australia, they've made it so two women can actually have a baby in Australia, and they're actually like rolling out their technology for actual use and stuff like that. So like stuff like. In the 90s, that would have been like totally science fiction, just 20 years ago. And So I think we're going to become our own aliens because we're going to be so different from each other at that point with evolution and also with genetic engineering.
Shouldn't we just be looking at population control, seeing as there's some countries in the world they don't
I
really
mean, I've looked a lot into population control stuff because I really love geography and stuff, and it's like yes and no, because on a short term that can help, but at the same time, the more people you have, the more people you have to develop technology and stuff. Because if we were to say take down 1/5 of the world's population, people like think it's like, oh, it's a joke because like, oh, that's fine, we'll be like healthier, we'll have more room. No, that's completely ridiculous because like what jobs are you going to take and stuff, and you need jobs to support jobs and blah blah blah. We can't support the technology we have, so we're finding a lot of solutions to how to counteract like population growth and like some of the stuff like expanding. I don't think that like trying to get rid of population has ever worked in history because it's always resulted in war and all this kinds of stuff. Like they tried population control very heavily in China and it didn't work at all. It's working a little bit in Europe now in certain developed countries like Japan because naturally like what's happening is people are having children older when they're less able to have them and stuff. So that's kind of happening now too. But in the developing countries, it's not getting better; it's getting higher.
But isn't it more to do with like the fact that there's more people on the planet and we're producing lots of people, but there's obviously we're destroying the rainforest massive amounts, so there's less oxygen on the planet. So isn't it more? I would that's the angle I would have come at. I would have said population control is more to do with less people on the planet, so so we can breathe, and so we don't have to chop the rainforest down, so we can put skyscrapers up or whatever.
I don't think it's. I think people are starting to finally realize like how serious it is because even some of the older people, like if you look 10 years ago, like nobody believed global warming was a thing. Now it's not been called like. Here's another funny thing. It's not been called global warming. It's not been called global warming for 10 years. It's literally been 10 years since they changed it to climate change. But people still don't know it's called climate change. They're still like, well, it's warming. Everything's warming. That was the theory as of like the 90s. Like we proved. Actually, they came to a consensus. Actually, believe it or not, like people don't realize. Scientists, the majority of scientists, actually back in the 1970s, not the 80s, 90s, 1970s, there was already agreement that global warming was happening because it was actually called global warming then. The fossil fuel companies were actually the ones who said it. This is 1970s, dude.
Well,
they already agreed on it. Like people don't realize how far behind we are. Like because we're just like average people. We don't like know about that stuff. And so,
people don't bother researching this kind of stuff, and it's just and it's like in America, aren't like the five biggest news channels all owned by like just one.
Exactly.
So they're never going to say they're all going to say the same thing. They're not going to that's why you've got all like RT and people like that, like these underground, not underground. Obviously, RT is not underground, but you've got all these the media, asking more questions, and it's a lot easier. It's a lot harder for the government to hide what they're doing now because you've got all these people asking so much more questions.
Yeah, there's truth to that. I can see that. I will say though that there's.
That's funny.
It smells.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. Sorry.
I smelled that. It smells like corn chips.
No.
Yeah, but it's already been. We're always so far behind when it comes to that, and there's still a lot of intentional misinformation that's given out. So like you can say that people have all this information stuff, but also a lot of times they feed fake information on purpose and these kinds of things. Or like even when it comes to underground like information, they have a lot less resource, and they're also oftentimes like, yeah, they want to say things. There's a lot of things they can't say because they know as soon as they say them, they'll get in trouble because they don't have any ability to defend themselves. Like, because when you have any of these programs, like in US, we only have, I don't want to get too far into politics, but we only have two parties. I'll just go that. I won't go any farther than that, but we have two political parties. If you're not part of those two, you're completely out of the game. Like you'd have like no chance of doing anything. So it's just kind of.
Don't you think it's really absurd that one person gets to be in charge, or a couple of groups of people get to be in charge? Don't you think it's absolutely absurd? And
I think that's. When has it ever not been that way? When has it ever not been that way, though?
It's true, but I mean, even more so a few hundred years ago with kings and queens, even more so, because it's just it's just incredibly absurd to think that one person or a group of people, especially considering like the people that are in government, obviously they're all looking after themselves. They're all very wealthy and stuff like that. So it's kind of an unfair advantage to the rest of the world, I think.
Of course, the like the thing about history is it's very one-sided. When you read a book or something, that's intentional. Actually, a lot of times they want you to think only very linear. When you see history, like this is the answer. Whereas history has never been linear. It's completely subjective, completely massive, and so we learn it as like almost like math. Like this is the answer, and it's like it's never been that way, because anything in history when they're like, oh, the people did this, they don't mention any of these small groups that were completely against it, or maybe the majority of the population didn't agree with it, but their history books make it look like the majority agreed with it, or these kinds of things. And so it's kings and queens, they also had a strong power, but a lot of times they only had power immediately within their actual vicinity. Whereas a lot of times, as soon as you get outside there, these lesser lords or whatever of the time, earls, whatever, they had maybe not even nearest power, but of their immediate people, maybe the king had almost no power over them. Or so these kinds of things, like nobles would pretty much be the king of their little area, whereas the king, like I said, would have like almost no real power there unless they were to actually get to the place.
Is anyone else going to join the live stream, or are we just going to?
They're shy.
They're shy. I was speaking to Gabo at this point.
No, I already give the category. I said Inaraino. Then I said after his talk.
Oh, okay. We stop na. Tapos na. Wala na. Okay, you take over now.
You have to shout out the name of new one, Happy Homes Theater.
We probably just bored everyone for like the last 20 minutes.
No, but someone was trying to say something from Veteran.
Ah.
Veteran did ignore that message.
What did they say to him?
I don't know.
Find what they said to him. Maybe it was interesting.
No, because somebody is going to walk. Here. Yes, I understand what saying wondering according
Not
to
not just you. I just meant for in general. Do the people understand me?
No, they said, yes, I understand what say wondering according to YouTube, but you have a point based on what you say, because not all Filipinos are using YouTube. The rest is they do because it was a memories on YT.
What was that in reference to? I don't know what that answer
Because
is in reference
I don't know. Because like it seems like you're talking with something about
to. Or
YouTube.
YouTube.
What is the question about YouTube?
I don't know. Someone replied to you, but I don't know. I don't know what
Oh.
the reference was to their reply.
Yeah, I haven't been reading the messages very much. One second.
Someone was interested, so that's fine. Congrats to that one person that was interested in our conversation.
She's earning money now. She's earning money now.
Who?
It's Grace. It's Grace Gier. She's already earning money.
Okay.
June naman ang hi. Hi, hello, mabuhay. June. Tara na. June is there.
Let's go.
Okay, I read Grace's message. Yeah, not everyone's serious on YouTube. Absolutely. A lot of people do it just for a hobby. And a lot of people say that it's better to do it as a hobby. And then if you get big, then you get big. And you.
When I was in college, I was learning to be a car mechanic because I used to love cars. And I do work on my own cars, and it was great. But as soon as I actually started a job where I had to work on other people's cars, I kind of got bored, and it was, it kind of felt like work. And then I stopped working on my own cars. So it's probably bad. Some things are probably better left as a hobby rather than a source of income. Okay, go.
Bagay ang June manahaya bagay. Nawala na si... Hindi, nandiyan na siya. BG lang siya. Pangyayari. Bagay lang siya, bagay. Bagay? Yes, English. 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 Pwede. Nasa loob ng bahay, pwede. Sorry, wondering better, I'm giving them play. It's Henyo, they have to guess what I want to. It is about thing, and then they have to guess something. They have to tell me something about thing. Ginagamit ng tao, pwede. Pero di siya, ginagamit ng tao, pero di siya sinusuot. A person can use, but cannot wear. Blower, hindi. English, one word. English, one word.
Oh, you're playing a game. I get it now.
Yeah. Mag, hindi. Cup, hindi. Spoon, hindi. Plate, hindi. Pag ginawakan mo siya, malambot siya. Pag ginawakan siya, malambot. When you touch it, it's very soft. Okay lang yung sis. Para makarami kayo kasi konti lang ang katanungan. Sponge, hindi. Nasa kwarto, wala. Wala sa kwarto. Cotton, hindi. Pum, hindi. Sure, Happy Homes Theater. You can join if you want.
No, you cannot join. I'm just kidding. Come.
Gusto niyo pong sumali sa sa live stream po? English talaga. Yes, English. Happy Homes Theater. Sa play. Okay. Share, hindi po. Clue, dinidikit po siya, dinidikit. Dinidikit po siya. It's a kind of thing that is sticky. Sticky thing. Share, hindi. Din Heartsteel. Narsing seems like already sleeping. You can sleep from there.
Is Deinhardt's tin? Is he sleeping actually?
I think so because I can see his feet from there. Pencil, glue, dugtungan niyo yung glue. Glue
He's
tapos
sleeping. That's funny. During his own live stream, he's
No, he fall
sleeping.
asleep. He fall asleep.
During his own live stream, that's hilarious.
No, he fall asleep because of you two wondering what's the answer. They're asking me what's the answer.
The answer to what?
From my question, you have to guess it. It is a thing.
I don't understand the question.
It is a thing and an ugly stick. No. Hindi. Nandito siya, oh.
Oh, glue stick.
No, it is not.
What's the question?
It is a thing. It is a thing, and then it is sticky. You can use the stick from the wall.
Oh, thumbtack.
No. Ito, kung alam niyo.
Staple.
No.
Oh, gum.
This one. Maybe no one knows what is this.
I forgot what it's called. I haven't seen that for a long time. What do you call that again?
Yeah.
It's like gum. What? Deinhardt's synthetic. Deinhardt's thing is here.
Don't say the words. You already guessed, but it's up to them if they already hear. What did you say? Hindi po, binanggit na po ni Wandering Veteran. Wandering Veteran already say what is this thing.
What is it called? What did he call that?
Exactly, what we did call.
What, same as what I called it?
Yeah.
Wandering, tell me.
Binanggit niya kanina, binanggit niya. Ito, kung makita niyo. Guys, ito, kung mabasa niyo. Ito yung kasunod nung ano. Kasunod ng glue. Tapos ito siya. One word po. Ito. Ito yung kasunod niya. Hindi nakita. Ito, clue niya. Glue, tapos dagdagan niyo lang siya ng T, space, ayan. Dagdagan niyo na yan. Glue, and then everybody tell her. My son is spider evil.
Tap. I said it.
Hindi po. Happy glue. Hindi. At 3 letters lang yung dagdag nyo. 3 letters lang yung dagdag nyo. Ayun o. Nasagot ni Jun Manangya. Oh. Congrats to Jun Manangya. Will have 1 and 3. Congratulations. Glutac. Yes. Jun Manangya. Ayan, meron ka ng isang entry. Ayan, may isang entry na si Jun Mananghaya. Guys, yes, you already have 1 entry. Jun Mananghaya. It is Glutac.
Glutac.
The price, yeah, the price of our game is one of my sponsors was giving a half sack of rice, and then if they are living in province, they will change into cash. But how much is and then some cash, and then YouTube T-shirt. Yes, you're welcome.
Money.
Yes.
That's so funny. He's asleep on his own live stream, my friend. It's so hilarious.
Yeah, it's my live stream. I am the one who did.
Wait, is it you?
Yes.
Wait. Oh,
It is me.
I thought I was on the other. Never mind. Just kidding. I literally thought it was his. I didn't pay attention. I just joined. That's funny. But anyway, it's still funny. It's still funny because he's on the live, but he's sleeping. It's kind of funny still.
I'll try to call him if he can answer me. Local lang siya, local. Artista siya, pwede? Pwede siyang artista? Yes, babae siya? Babae siya? Babae? Isko Moreno? Hindi? News anchor, hindi? Babae siya? Babae?
Babae is girl?
Yes.
Okay. I like 5 years ago, I was taking Tagalog on Rosetta Stone. Do you know Rosetta Stone?
What kind of song? Jessica Soy?
Rosetta Stone is like a program for learning languages. But it's not, I don't hear about it anymore, but it used to be so popular for like 10 years. But I don't know about now.
Vilma Santos, hindi. But not all the videos from Wondering I'm Babae, ha ha ha. They said, Catherine Bernardo, hindi. Because some of learning Tagalog from YouTube is not really the meaning of Tagalog. Catherine Bernardo, hindi. Hindi pa siya matanda, bata pa siya.
His blanket fell.
Yeah, so wide awake. Regine, hindi. Complete name? Complete name tayo? Judy Ann, hindi. Judy Ann, hindi. Singer siya na artista. Yes. Ayun, may nakasagot na. May nakasagot na. Si Tony Gonzaga. Congrats to Happy Home Theater. Ayan, meron ng 1 entry si Happy Home Theater. Okay. Ayan po, Madam Happy Home Theater. Kayo po yung tumama, si Tony Gonzaga po. Si Tony Gonzaga po. Ayan, meron ka na pong isang entry. Jay. Jay. Magsalita ka kasi dyan, ah. I'm asking for my brother to speak. Ayan pa. Ayan na yung next question. Bagay tayo English to words. Bukas, ang mga katanungan Tomorrow, all the question was come from the videos, so you have to review all the videos out there. Wala ng tao. Yes, nasa bahay, ginagamit ng tao, nasa bahay. Ginagamit ng tao? Yes, ginagamit ng tao. Tin Heart City is already there. Flower Vase in there.
He's back.
Yes, he's back.
Did you call him? I mean,
Yeah.
did he call him or something?
I did. Sa kitchen, yes, sa kitchen nakikita siya. Sa kitchen, yes. Sa kusina, yes.
Como la flor, con tanta amor, me diste tú.
Rice cooker in there. Gas stove in there.
Good morning.
Slow cooker in there. Dog, good morning. Rice dispenser in there. Yeah, magkakapatid sila eh.
I will go to sleep now. It's 3:20 a.m.
You go to sleep now?
Yeah. I was...
Okay.
Fork in there. Water dispenser in there.
Okay, bro. Okay, bro.
Sinasaksak siya, sinasaksak. Joy the Great. Hello. Welcome to our LS. Good night, everyone. Good night na daw, sabi ni Wandering Veteran. See you
See
tomorrow.
Chloe.
Good night.
Chloe, happy homestead. June. Joy.
Keto in there. Fork and spoon in there.
Wins. Dine Hearts.
Yes, bye-bye, bro.
Okay, I think that's about everyone. Yeah.
Thank you very
Sermos in
much,
there.
bro.
2 words po siya, 2 words.
Good night, everyone from Wandering Veteran.
If you guys want to learn about some food, you know where to look. And you can check my playlist. I have all my videos on one playlist.
Okay, bro. Okay.
But yeah. Does anybody else cook on here? Anybody have a cooking channel?
Me, I have one.
Me,
Well, I already have your channel, of course. Hi, Mark.
Marky. Hello, Marky. Shout out to Marky. Bye. Wondering, I love you.
Have a good night.
Good night, Wandering. Take care.
Hello po. Hey, Marky. Sino nagsabi ng I love you? Si Jun Malanghaya. Rice cooker, hindi po. Yung last word niya, maker. Yung last word niya, maker. Blank maker.
Blank maker.
Blank maker. Ano ba yan? Ubus na ang English. Blank maker. Waffle maker, hindi. Ayun o, ang galing naman ni Joy. Kapapasok lang yan. Nakasagot
Joy,
na siya.
Joy, halika na dito, Joy. Joy, pasok na. Well, I'm still on the chat for a little bit. Okay, Wandering Veteran, thank you very much for your supporting.
Ay, meron ng entry si Joy the Great. Joy the Great. Saan ka po? Nasa Pilipinas ka po ba? Okay. Nasa Pilipinas ka, Joy the Great?
Just listening from Wandering Veteran. Thank you, Wandering Veteran. Thank you very much.
Che, matulog ka na, Wandering Medche ka. Joy the Great! Nasa Pilipinas, the one house. Pag manalo, ang nasa ibang bansa po, pag manalo po, is po siya, I-play lang po yung whole playlist nyo. Gawa po kayo ng 5 hours na playlist nyo. Yun po yung maibigay na ano sa inyo. Na price just in case na kayo po yung mapalad na mabunot.
Okay po, okay po.
Sino gustong pumasok? Jun Manaya, pwede ka pumasok. Pilipinas ako. Jun Manaya, okay lang, host, no problem. Thank you so much po. Jun Manaya, pasok ko na dito. Pwede ka pa rin sumagot kahit nandito ka.
Yes, pasok na. Okay lang, host, no problem. Pasok na. Pasok ka na, Jun. Sige na, Jun.
Tawag si Mahal. Tagalog. Oh my God. I forgot to turn it off. Oh, baby. Ayan, doon yung sagot.
Okay.
Lakas mo't mawad yung nagising ako. Yes, nakikita sa tao. Nakikita sa tao. Yes, saglit lang po ako. Back to work po ako after 5 minutes. Okay po sis, Joy the Great. Thank you so much mga visit ka, Alberta. Pasok na kayo. Ayan na si Ma'am CJ. Yes, parts of the body, sis Nicole Chloe. Parts of the body. Sige po, sis Joyce, thank you so much. At
Mami Roberta, kala ko tulog ka na.
nagising daw siya sa tawa niya, Jun Manaya.
Dito si Ben DJ, dito si Ben DJ sa isang LS, kita ko siya.
Sagot yung pag-load siya sa makawat. I-comment po, Ben DJ. Nagsimula na yung palaro ni Wenscam. Nakikita po sa mukha. Nakikita sa mukha. Yan, ganyan yung mga sagot. Kulot na buhok or putas ng tenga. Parang ganun. Mukha pala mukha.
Putas ng puwet?
3 words. 3 words siya. Parang yung butas ng tainga, ganyan. Ganun din yung mga sagot. Nakikita sa mukha. Makapal na kilay, hindi. Okay, isip na ako tagal ni Rodel. Oo nga, sabi ni Rodel meron siya kanina. Hinanap ko ni Mami Alberta, hinanap ko ni Rodel kanina. Maganda ang mata. Hindi po. Basta sa mukha lang nakikita. Matalang sa ilong, hindi. Makapal ng muso. Muna sa pisngi, hindi.
Akin talaga ay classes mo. Akin na talaga. Sige, ibigay ko sa'yo po.
Maganda kilay, hindi.
Guys, it's something new, you know? The live stream. Pag tutulong. Ano ba kayo? Ganyan.
Maganda kilay, hindi. Sa mata lang.
Magandang puwet, magandang ilong.
Malapit na ilong. Malapit na dyan sa ilong.
Malapit sa ilong, sa bunganga.
Ang ilong hindi. Malapit na din sa ilong. Basta ilong.
Ilong mo to.
Munti ka na si Jun Mananghaya. Jun Mananghaya, tanggalin mo yung ano na dyan. Tapos idugtog mo dun sa kabila. Nang ang nasa gitna, nang. Nang ang nasa gitna. 3 words, nang yung nasa gitna, ilong. Blank ng ilong. Ayun, nabutas ng ilong. Ayan, si Sis Chloe ang nanalo. Ayan. Sis Chloe Nicole, may isa kang entry. Hello, mom. Ayan. Down. Gusto na labitin.
Sige, may nanalo na. Wait lang, parang tumayo yung aso ko.
Guys, bukas. Huwag kayong mawala bukas sa mga video. Bye na muna. Bye na muna bukas bukas. Bye. Wondering, the question is, guess something from the face, and then the answer is the whole of the nose. Bye-bye. Tomorrow again, start for the play. So don't miss don't miss the live tomorrow. Bye-bye.